Good morning, and welcome back to A Life Worth Living. I am Frederick Groth, and I believe that God has a plan and purpose for everyone. I have a message of hope and truth to show you a life worth living. This morning in Numbers chapter 27, I want to discuss leadership. Moses is at the end of his journey. He disobeyed God just too many times. God was upset with him like he was upset with the rest of the group that he had to weed out over the 40 years. And now it was time for Joshua to take leadership of Israel. Now I want to look at these two types of leaders. Okay? Because Moses was a great leader. Don't ever say that I said he wasn't. The Bible indicates he was one of the meekest men in the earth. And he followed God. He listened to God. He was the friend of God. He talked to God face to face. He was a great leader. Now, the qualities of leadership that I want to compare so that we can apply them in our lives is this. Moses blatantly disobeyed God on a couple occasions when God told him to do something. And the reason he disobeyed God, because he was mad at the people of God. Now, and I don't want to talk about leadership in the sense that somebody's leading us. I want to talk about leadership in the sense that we are leading ourselves. Okay? We are our own leader. We have to lead others. We have to lead ourselves as we are following somebody else. Many times. But Moses had to end his journey here because he let his emotional state about the people of Israel dictate how he was going to react to God. Now God honored what Moses did, but Moses was punished for it. So this leadership is one that is tied to too much emotion. And that is not healthy for us. Because it is easy to be enticed, it's easy to be distracted, it's easy to get angry, it's easy to allow our emotions to derail our progress. And that's what happened to Moses. A great leader. But he allowed his emotions to derail his promise. And he never received his promise. Now Joshua, on the other hand, we're going to look at him for a quick moment. Joshua was Moses' assistant, we'll call it. He was always there with Moses. He a lot of times would linger in the presence of God even after Moses was gone. He would try his best to get where God was. And even when Israel decided to listen to an evil report, he believed God's report. He believed that what God said he was going to do, God was going to do. He believed that the promised land was theirs. He believed that Israel should never lose a battle. He believed strongly that what God said would happen. And that is how he conducted his life. Now, after they got in the promised land, there was a couple times that he messed up in the first little while of his leadership, but he always overcame his obstacles by going back to God and finding the answer. He didn't let his emotions rule even when he made a mistake. He would always go back to God. See, in our lives, we've got to have a balance. We have to keep focus on our goals. We have to keep focus on the success that we plan on having. We really must not let our emotions dictate our actions, because it's going to be tough and it's going to be rough and it's going to be hard at times, and your emotions are going to say, get out, stop, go a different route. But if we keep going, we will make it. And Joshua had to wait an extra 40 years to get his promise, but he got his promise. While Moses, who allowed his emotions to cause him to disobey God, did not get his promise. So, what do you want? Do you want your success or not? So start following truth rather than emotional discontent. Have an amazing day. God bless you. Go and live a life worth living.